Hello everyone, how are you? This is Kay. Great to see you. I hope you can hear me and see me now. And let me start the weekly forecast on Sundays. Today is the 29th of June. And let's dive into the markets and see what's happening among them. And before that, quick announcement is that there's going to be a GTS class in July. This is a 3-month course to master my strategy, including risk management and psychology management, and there are 2 or could be 1 seat left still, so please let me know by email if you're interested to join. So now let me go to TradingView and start my analysis. So let me cover pound JPY. I have been discussing on the pound JPY for the last few times, and this week the market closed on the previous resistance level, which is around this area, 198.83, and so at the moment the market closed on the previous resistance. But let's see if it goes up to my target, which is 200 or not, by analyzing the markets by Ichimoku and the price action. Yeah, I've seen some JPY pairs trending bullish last week, and some markets are nicely trending at the moment. So hopefully these trends will continue. But at the same time, it's always better to get the bigger picture like this way and see if the market is on the previous resistance or support or not. And regarding pound JPY, my analysis is that this week could be the retracement. There are multiple reasons for this. By looking at the weekly time frame, first of all, the Chikou span is touching. Chikou span is a yellow line. This one, the yellow line is called Chikou span, and Chikou span is now touching the candlestick, and that means the Chikou span is here. And Chikou span simply means the momentum of the buyers and sellers. And when Chikou span is above the candles, that means buyers are dominant over sellers. And when Chikou span is below the candlestick, is vice versa. And when Chikou span touching like this, that means it's 50-50 level between buyers and sellers. So for this, in Ichimoku perspective, this market is range. It's range. It's not trending up on the weekly time frame, but it's range. So that means the market can be bearish anytime. That's one thing I wanted to share. Another thing about the weekly time frame is the Kumo. The Kumo is not twisted yet. At the moment, this light gray is the bearish Kumo, and dark gray is the bullish Kumo. That's my color setting of the Kumo. And but in this case, whether it's a dark or light gray Kumo, the Kumo itself is flat. It has been completely flat like this way, and it's not twisted yet. So there's no momentum in terms of Kumo perspective, and what this means is that again the market is ranging in the long term. The Kumo or the Senko span B, which is the completely flat line over here, is called Senko span B. So let me just put SSB like this way. And when Senko span B is completely flat like this, and Kumo has been flat like this way, that means the market has been ranging as well. And because it's ranging, the direction can be changed anytime in lower time frames. So that means, so with these two things, Chikou span touching and Kumo completely flat, we never know whether this week will be bullish or bearish, or doji candlestick. And plus, the market is on, or it was resisted by the previous resistance level 198.83, so chances are the price may retrace this week. But so for this, what we have to wait for is the price retracement, and it could test the previous resistance level, which is 196.17, and that's the best scenario to buy at the dip over here, because then most likely Kumo becomes bullish, Kumo twists from bearish to bullish, and the Chikou span will be above the candlesticks. Again, now Chikou span touching, and if the Chikou span, let's say the market goes down and up like this way, then let's say here Chikou span becomes above the candlesticks, and this is the better setup to buy. If that's the case, then the new N wave can happen. N wave means the alphabet letter N, like this way. N wave can happen, and the market may reach 200, which is my target, and it may continue bullish this way. So yeah, that's my analysis on pound JPY. So beware of the retracement is my message on this one. So this is so far the weekly time frame analysis, and with this in mind, you check the daily time frame and see the potential trending opportunities or not. So hopefully so far so good to you. And now let me switch the screen to the daily time frame and see how it looks like. So here is the daily time frame. Daily time frame shows bullish according to KTS, which is my original Ichimoku trend follow strategy, and in definition this is bullish trend by my KTS, because the Kumo is up now, Senko span B is up, Senko span A is up, Kijun Sen is up, Tenkan Sen is also up, and the Chikou span above the candlesticks. So this is bullish now, and most likely, so next week, I mean from tomorrow, when the market opens on Monday, Kijun Sen remains bullish, and from Tuesday onwards, or Monday and Tuesday onwards, Kijun Sen will become flat. So it's the only Monday that the Kijun Sen angle is bullish, and with this, Senko span A also becomes bullish on Monday tomorrow. And so if you know the calculation of Kijun Sen and Senko span A, then you can predict the angle in the future time like this way. So bottom line here is, again, weekly time frame is range in definition, so that means the market can retrace anytime, and daily shows Kijun Sen remains bullish tomorrow Monday. So if tomorrow Monday if the market breaks the resistance of 198.83 bullish this way, and if Monday closes above the price, then the bullish trend will continue. Based on the daily analysis, that's likely to happen. And weekly, eventually, weekly remains range, but daily becomes bullish, and the market may reach 200 sometime this week. Then retrace as per weekly range, because on Tuesday onwards, the Kijun Sen becomes flat on the daily time frame. So when Kijun Sen becomes flat, like I mentioned on previous live videos, the market is attracted to the flat Kijun Sen. So here, like for example, every time the Kijun Sen becomes flat, the market tends to retrace. Every time the Kijun Sen becomes flat like this, completely flat over here, then the market retraces. Here as well, Kijun Sen becomes flat and the market retraces to Kijun Sen. So when Kijun Sen becomes flat, which happens the day after. On Tuesday, the market may start to retrace. So this is one of the scenarios. And other scenario is if the market doesn't break 198.83 tomorrow Monday, let's say the Monday bar like this becomes like this, then there's a higher probability that the market comes back to Kijun-sen or even Tenkan-sen on the daily time frame this week. So sell becomes the right direction in the intraday or short term, if that's the case. So there are two scenarios to create on pound JPY in this situation. In terms of the price action on the daily time frame, there has been consecutive bullish N waves. So here was a P wave, and P wave breakout happens. So I think whether the market retraces or not, bullish trend is still continuous. As long as price is above the Kijun-sen, it's bullish on this one. So in the daily time frame also shows the market has been supported by the Kijun-sen, the green Kijun-sen, 1, 2, 3, 4 times since May, or 5 times even since May. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So this means that even if the market retraces in the future and retrace back to Kijun-sen, where Kijun-sen meets close to 196.17, then Kijun-sen bounce can happen in the future, and the market continues up like this way. So this is, in this way, in this scenario, overall is bullish, but watch out for the retracement this week is my analysis. So yeah, that was pound JPY. So I continue to analyze this one in this YouTube weekly forecast. So yeah, that was my analysis on this one. Let me unflag all these symbols. So I cover pound JPY first today, and let me cover some other pairs. Okay, let me cover Euro USD. Euro USD, this is weekly time frame, and I do monthly time frame analysis next Sunday because monthly is still not closed yet. Technically, monthly closes on Tuesday when it becomes 1st of July. So monthly is not closed yet, and that's why I don't check the monthly today. So weekly time frame, Euro USD is bullish. It's up. It's clearly bullish because the price is above the Tenkan-sen. It has been supported by the Tenkan-sen, the blue Tenkan-sen, and Kijun-sen is up, Senko span BA both up, and the Chikou span above candles. So no doubt it's bullish. So buy is the right direction, and the target is 1.1909. If you zoom out all the way, then that resistance level is the one from the 2021 August and July, August. There was a resistance level there. So looks like the market is heading towards that way. And previously there was no resistances, so that could be the target for now. And Kumo shape is not too thin. It's not too thin, so it's likely that the market reaches 1.1909, and we have a room of 186 pips or so to trade this week, which is quite big. And the chances are the price may break 1.1909 because this resistance level is not that strong. So if that's the case, the market may extend all the way up to 1.2273. But for now, for this week, target is 1.1909. So this is the weekly analysis. And regarding weekly analysis in terms of 5 lines Ichimoku, in terms of the price action, the market marked the most recent low in January 2025, and since then it has been bullish. it marked N wave, and I think I mentioned this one as well in one of the Sunday's weekly forecast. There was a doji reverse happen on the week of the 12th of May, became the doji, which was supported on the Tenkan-sen, and next week broke the doji bullish, and this is the turning point of the trend, and it became a new N wave like this way. So there are good reasons that the market continues bullish on Euro USD. Last week as well, if I zoom in all the way, then you can also see that last week closed with the doji, and 2 weeks ago, for the last 2 weeks, were inside bar, and last week broke the inside bar bullish. So this is also a good indication that the market is continuously bullish from the candlesticks perspective. So my view on Euro USD is to buy this week. Even if it goes bearish, I'm not gonna sell. I only do either buy or do nothing on Euro USD. And with that in mind, let's check the daily time frame and see how it looks like. So here's the daily time frame. It's bullish as well. The price has been above the Tenkan-sen, and the Chikou span above candles. Kumo has been bullish. Kijun-sen is up. Tenkan-sen is up as well. So this is bullish as well from KTS perspective. So, and I don't really see any retracement, any trend change, trend reverse pattern so far. There is no double top, there is no Kijun-sen breakout, there is no Chikou span touch, there is no thin Kumo. So there is no reasons for this market to change the direction. So I would say this is safe to buy, safe to look for buying opportunities continuously. The market has been supported by the trend line, the yellow trend line, 3 times so far. So even if it retraces, it may touch the Kijun-sen or the trend line and continue bounce and goes up this way, is likely to happen so far. But if the price breaks the trend line or the Kijun-sen, then the market becomes range. And if the market breaks the Kumo bearish, then it could be the start of the new downtrend. And weekly will be flat Kijun-sen, flat Kumo, and the market may retrace to weekly Tenkan-sen or Kijun-sen if that's the case. So yeah, so this one let's monitor closely, and I will also trade if there is some opportunities on Euro USD. So as a trend follower myself, I only look for the trending markets to follow and trade. If it's range, I simply stay away, walk away, because yeah, you may not be able to make many pips when it's ranging, and it takes time because the momentum is not that strong when it's ranging. So this is better chance to buy Euro USD. So yeah, we have 186 pips of room to trade this week. So Euro USD looks very nice. And let me see, since I covered Euro pairs and Pound pairs, let me check some USD or AUD pairs. Okay, USD Swiss franc broke the support and looks like this is now bearish. AUD pairs are ranging, not many things going on, and CAD base pairs are also ranging. Okay, so now let me cover USD Swiss franc because it broke the support level, and I think this is good example to share how I analyze the breakout opportunities. Just because it's broke, I don't enter the market or I don't look for entries, because the market may retrace back above the support. So here is the weekly time frame USD Swiss franc, and now Kumo is bearish. Kumo bearish, Kijun Sen down, Tenkan Sen down, and Chikou span below the candles. So this is bearish. It's downtrend on the weekly perspective. So in this example, I never buy. Either sell or hold is the strategy for now. And the previous support became the resistance, like this. This is what I call the reversal line. I think you can even connect to the previous support level all the way like this way. So previous supports are now becoming resistance, and the market broke the recent support level of 0.8038. So this is going to be a nice new reverse N wave, and this week could be the beginning of new reverse N wave. So that means the market can extend to the next support level, which is 0.7713, and we have now about we have a room of 264 pips to trade, which is quite big. So USD Swiss franc is another pair we can focus. Okay, so that's the weekly analysis. So this is either sell or hold. However, again, I mentioned the market may retrace. It may go up and down this week. So let me look into the daily time frame. Okay, for this daily time frame, the price has been below Tenkan Sen, below Kijun Sen and Kumo, and Chikou span below the candles. So this is definitely downtrend. And like I draw the yellow descending trend line, it has been resisted 1, 2, 3, and 4 times. So this is consecutive bearish N waves, and the market broke the weekly support. So the price may retrace to the trend line or the Tenkan Sen. So this can happen Monday, Tuesday, but once it touches, then the downtrend will continue, most likely, unless it breaks the Tenkan Sen or the descending trend line bullish, then you don't trade. But as long as it goes bearish, you can always trade. So this is a bit of a retracement potential, potential probability. Also, Kijun Sen breakout happened here on 23rd of May this year. So this is exactly the date when the market broke the Kijun Sen bearish, and the market touched on the Kijun Sen few times, but it never been above the Kijun Sen until today. And we can sometimes count how many bars the market has been below Kijun Sen, and this pair has been below Kijun Sen for the last 26 bars. So for the last 26 candles, the market has been below Kijun Sen. So what that means is that now Kijun Sen angle is bearish, but when the market opens tomorrow, then Kijun Sen becomes flat. Tomorrow, the day after, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So from tomorrow 4 days, Kijun Sen remains flat unless it renews lower, right? And Friday, whether the market renews lower or not, Kijun Sen angle becomes bearish. So that means within this week, between Monday to Thursday, there's a higher chance that the market retraces this way. So that's one of the things you better keep in mind. So as long as it goes bearish, we can always sell. But if there's any potential retracement by reading the Kijun Sen and the Kumo directions, you can create the scenarios of what to do like this way. So for this one, I do monitor every day, but I feel an opportunity comes on next Friday in this reason to sell. I never buy on this one, to sell. Okay, so that was USD Swiss franc. Okay, so that was my Forex analysis today, and I will cover gold and few indices. I will cover Nasdaq, US100 Nasdaq, and Nifty 50 chart, and BTCUSD today. So before I move on, let me say hi to everyone. Hi Tony Gold, good to see you. H Salamanca, thank you for joining as well. And Kevin Ditendra, good to see you. Uchiha, thank you for joining as well. Good to see you. All right, C. Damian, good to see you. And Philip, good to see you too. Ichimoku Trader, good to see you. And Gan, thank you for joining as well. Federico, good to see you. And Jaroslav, good to see you too. And Max, thank you for joining as well. Okay, and Rusli and Uchiha, good to see you again. BS and Abdu, good to see you. All right, thanks for joining everyone. Good to see you. Alexandra and Robert, CSM and Limpin, good to see you too. Okay, all right, Alexandra, good to see you too. Thank you for joining as well. Okay, let me see. Yes, I cover Nifty chart. Yes, I will cover the Nifty chart after I cover gold. Yes. Okay, let me see. Yes. Can you explain what different color markings you use in TradingView on the Forex pairs? These colors on the Forex pairs are, I color light blue as one of the best pairs to trade, and red, purple are trending in higher time frames, and green is the trend confirmations done in the middle time frame. Yeah, those are the color settings. Oh, monthly chart pound JPY very bullish. Okay, let me check. I was gonna check the monthly time frame next Sunday, but yeah, why not? Yeah, that's true. Monthly pound JPY is bullish. Kumo has been up now, and Kijun Sen has been up, because the low gets higher for the last 26 candles. Kijun Sen up, and as a result, Senko span A is also up. Chikou span has been above the candlesticks. So yeah, I see a great potential for this bullishness on pound JPY. So this summertime, either July, August, or September, pound JPY or other JPY pairs could be bullish, very strong. That's also good to remember. Okay, BS, I don't use RSI with Ichimoku. I don't use that one. Okay, Abdul says, how Hosoda continued the magic numbers on Ichimoku 92633. It's based on his research and study with his team, and he came up with these numbers. Some people says, 26 is like business days per month, or some other hypothesis, but actually it's not. 26 is Ichimoku number, which happened to be like a close to monthly business days, but the numbers are more like Fibonacci numbers. Like the market tends to bounce on 61.8% or 26 3%, 8% or something, 38.2% Fibonacci levels. Those are like the numbers you can see in the nature, and Ichimoku numbers are also, Kihon Suchi are also numbers you can see in the nature. So it's basically to make the long story short, these numbers, Kihon Suchi, is based on the rhythm of human being. Yes, the days the traders can hold once they have been running profits are 9 days or 26 days or 33 days, 17 days or 13 days. The traders tend to take profit psychologically, for example. So yeah, those are psychological numbers more of. Okay, so now let me move on to gold analysis and come back to some comments. Alright, so I go to commodity and XAU USD. Let me start from the weekly time frame. So weekly time frame is now on the edge of the retracement. So whether the market retraces or not depends on how it closes this week, I mean from tomorrow, Monday. Now the price closed on the Tenkan-sen, and Kijun-sen itself has been flat, right? So that means the price may retrace to Kijun-sen. It may continue down in the short term, and Kumo itself has been also flat now. It has been bullish all the way, but exactly 2 weeks ago Kumo became flat, and now it's completely flat. Chikou span has been above the candles, but Chikou span also renewed lower, and it's coming closer to the candlesticks now. So it's either the market becomes range from here or retrace and go down this way. So from weekly perspective, from Kijun-sen viewpoint, Kijun-sen will be bullish, will be up from this week, from tomorrow. I mean from tomorrow, yes, from tomorrow's week. But if the price closes below Tenkan-sen, the chances are the price may retrace. So with that in mind, if you check the daily time frame, then daily time frame is now supported by the Kumo. Just like before, the market is supported by the Kumo, but this time it's different from the previous bounce in terms of the Kumo thickness. And Kumo thickness means the area between Senko span A and B. So previously, when the market was supported by the Kumo, which was on 29th of May, Kumo was thicker here. But this time, the price has been coming down, so momentum is different. Before, it was more like, new N wave, bullish, and the market bounced on the thicker part of the Kumo. But this time, it has been resisted twice, and now it broke the previous support, and this is becoming Y wave now. And it's becoming Y wave, and the market is now on the Senko span A, which is over here. And the Kumo shape, or the distance between Senko span AB is much smaller than the previous Senko span AB area. So in this case, there's a higher chance that the market breaks the Kumo and continue bearish this way. And if that happens, then the Chikou span breakout happens. Chikou span becomes below the candlesticks, and that means that it's going to be the sellers' momentum. Sellers start to win over buyers, and especially after the Kumo breakout happens, then most likely Kumo twist bearish happens, and the market becomes bearish continuously. And then it may come down all the way to the weekly Kijun-sen. So I see the potential retracement here now. This is where I see the potential direction change in the market. So yeah, if you want to sell gold, then you can wait for the Kumo breakout. So that's my analysis. However, if it doesn't break the Kumo, the market may be supported by Senko Span A, or it may continue range. Most likely, I don't think the market goes up from here tomorrow. Most likely, I think it goes either down or range, is my analysis. But overall, weekly is still bullish. So once the market goes up again at some point, then I think I will consider buying gold again. But for now, it's just going down. There's a potential bearishness on gold as per the daily analysis. So this is not the good market to buy it for me. So I'll come back this one again next Sunday and see what's going to happen. Now let me move on to index. So first, Nasdaq, US100. US100 renewed higher, and this is all-time high now. The market reached 22,500, which was the exact number, and now next target becomes 23,000. If there's no resistances before, if it's all-time high like this way, then the next targets are going to be the next exact numbers. So 23,000 will be the next target, and that's the weekly analysis. But along the way up, I think there is going to be retracement because of the Kumo shape, and Chikou span above the candlesticks now, but as there's a previous dip over here, Chikou span may be up and down as well, so the market may retrace. Yeah, and Kijun Sen is within the Kumo as well. So that means the bullishness, yes, it did break new high, but I am not really sure if the uptrend continues from tomorrow. And here is the daily time frame. Daily time frame looks very nicely bullish as per KTS. My trend follow strategy tells Kumo up, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen both up, and the Chikou span above candles. So this is good timing to buy. But since weekly's potential retracement, it's either you buy now with a smaller lot size or smaller risk per trade, and if the market really goes up this way, then you can add more positions. For now, I don't think it's a good idea to trade with the regular size. Yeah. So yeah, that's the Nasdaq analysis. And now let me do the analysis on Nifty 50 chart. Okay, so here is the Nifty 50 chart. This market is now becoming bullish. The market broke the resistance, and this resistance breakout was quite significant from the candlesticks viewpoint, because on the week of the 9th of June, the high and low of this candlestick has been including future and the previous candlesticks, and last week broke the inside outside but bullish, and that's why the bar becomes relatively bigger than other bars last week, and looks like the market is reaching towards the previous high, which is 26,270. So now buy is becoming the right direction on Nifty 50 chart. Kumo shape is very small. It's just a newborn Kumo, baby Kumo. So once the market reaches either psychological number of 26,000 or all-time high, then I think the market retraces. I don't think it breaks continuously. So it's either you buy and hold and see if it breaks, or you wait for the new N wave to happen and look for buying opportunities on this one. And here is the daily time frame. Daily time frame looks very nice, nicely bullish. Kumo is now up, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen both up, and the Chikou span above candles. One thing is that the Senko span B is the angle of Senko span B is too steep, and due to this, the distance between Senko span A and B is becoming so narrow for the last few days, which means this is overbought. So when it's overbought, it's either the market continues up without any retracement to the targets, then finally retrace, or the market just retrace in the middle of reaching to the next targets and come back to Kijun Sen or Tenkan Sen. So retracement probability is higher, but once you enter the market and goes, at the same time you are going to make some nice profits this week. So risk management becomes very key if you want to trade. Otherwise, wait for the retracement or range and trade at the pushback is safer strategy. Okay, so finally let me cover BTCUSD. Okay, here is the Bitcoin, and this is weekly time frame. Last week closed with a bullish bar, and now the price is closed above the Tenkan Sen. And Senko span A, Kumo itself is bullish. Kijun Sen flat, but the Tenkan Sen is up, and the Chikou span is now above the candlesticks. So there is a good chance that the market tests the previous resistance 112.07, and it may continue up this way. In this case, overall, the market looks like the market is becoming a new N wave, like this way, and it just continues up like this way. So for me, Bitcoin is now up bullish from this perspective. Alright, so that covered the whole markets I wanted to cover today. So let me check some more comments now. Again, thank you very much for joining today. It's the 29th of June. Okay, good to see you. Okay, oh, the link for the strength chart. I think I put it, I didn't, let me see. Let me quickly check if I have put the link or not. Oh yeah, that's right, sorry, I think I deleted at some point. Let me share the link of the currency strength chart on the chat right now. It's derived from the Ku chart. Okay. Okay, here is a link. I just typed the link on the chat, and I will include that also in the description of this live stream. But that's the URL you can access. Yes, I do check the strength chart to decide which market to trade as well. Together with the Ichimoku and the candlesticks, I do also pay attention to the currency strength chart to trade. Yes. Okay, Max says, Kei-san loved your current gold trade seemed driven by classic Ichimoku price action rather than KTS. That's true, yes. That's the new strategy. Well, I don't want to say it's a new strategy, but it's more like new way of entering the markets and continue holding the markets. Yes, but yeah, it's different from KTS, yes. Okay, let me see. Gang says, LOK, I have to buy an entry and sometimes it moves my direction. When it changes the opposite side of my, I am unable to sell. Any suggestions will be highly appreciated. I am not really sure if this answers your question or not, but simply when the market is not going in your favor, then do nothing. Don't trade. You trade only when the rules are met. When it's not trending, for example for me, or if I cannot find any entry edges or reasons to enter the market, then I don't. And sometimes I see the confirmations of entering the markets, but I don't. I let it go and see how it goes. Yes. Okay, Mario says USDPLN. Okay, let me check that one. Yeah, I remember I have checked that one long ago. And now curious what's happening on that market. USDPLN. Okay, let me see. Weekly time frame. Okay, now this is bearish. It's downtrend. Yeah. So USD has been quite weaker over PLN, Polish zloty, and especially this market, according to the weekly time frame, it has been resisted by the Tenkan-sen, blue Tenkan-sen, many times. So this indicates the strength of this pair is quite strong. Kumo is down, Kijun-sen down, Tenkan-sen down, Chikou span below candles. And looks like I drew the line of 3.6364. Maybe this is the previous low. Yeah, that was the previous low level, and now it's breaking bearish. Yeah, so this is downtrend. Yes, sell is the right direction of this pair. Yes. Okay. All right. Torato, yes, I just did analysis on Bitcoin. Maybe I'm reading the old comments. Chances says, hi K, for stocks, should I turn on the pre and post market for stocks trading with Ichimoku or only regular trading hours? You can check only the regular trading hours and it should be okay. Okay, yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, just done the analysis on Nifty too. It's bullish now. Yes. Tomato says, for gold on the daily, is it N wave yet? I see only I wave. N wave would give a good confirmation if a new downside momentum is starting. Let me see, gold daily time frame, right? Gold daily time frame, and this is not N wave yet. It's not. Yeah, it's not the bearish N wave yet. So yeah, in this case, we can wait for the N wave to happen, and that's more likely to be bearish. Okay, let me continue. Check more comments. So today, for those who just joined, today in Forex I covered Euro USD, Pound JPY, and USD Swiss franc. These three pairs look like they are trending at the moment, so I selected these three pairs. And I cover gold, I cover Nasdaq, Nifty 50, and Bitcoin, and USD PLN as well. And for the rest of the markets, I cover deeply tomorrow on Mondays at KTS Academy or GTS. Freeman says, hi K, is it possible to apply 1:2 risk-reward ratio to intraday trading? Definitely yes. Yes, definitely. Yeah, 1:2 risk-reward ratio. So if that's the case, then you better have higher win rate than myself. Yeah, my risk reward is 1:3 to 1:5. So that's why even if my win rate is 20% or 30%, I still make profits. Okay, Rashmi, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Okay, Rockstar says, hi Master K, I was just prompted on ChatGPT. Suggest to watch your analysis. You are awesome. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you ChatGPT for recommending me. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, Anli, thank you for joining as well. Good to see you. Okay, Max says, Kei-san loved your recent gold trade. Seems driven by classic Ichimoku. Yes, that's right. I think I covered that question already. Yes, so that one is not the KTS. It's more like Ichimoku original application of trading. Yeah, Uchiha, you're welcome. So you see the link of the strength chart now. Anli says, can you share how to identify trending market or choppy market? Yes, well, I have been sharing actually for the live streams. So please check the previous archive and you can find when I say range or when I say trending markets. But basically I do check the Kumo, Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen, and Chikou span. One of the examples is, let's say when Chikou span touching like this, then this is choppy market. When price is within the Kumo, then that's choppy market. Tran says, may I know how much risk reward you usually use? So yeah, I use 123 to 125. 123 is like minimum risk reward I target. Okay, Caleb says Ethereum USD please. Okay, let me see. Ethereum USD cryptos. Ethereum weekly time frame. This is range. Kumo is flat. So this is another example of the range choppy market because Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat. Chikou span is below candles. So in that sense it's bearish, but the momentum is quite weak because Kumo is flat completely and Kijun-sen as well. But seems like the market has been resisted by the Kijun-sen for the last few weeks. So seems like reverse N wave is about to happen. If the price comes below the Tenkan-sen, then downtrend will be more active. But if the price closes above Kijun-sen this week, then the market becomes more range. Okay, let me see. Abdullah says, hello, okay, thanks for sharing your knowledge. You're welcome. You're welcome. I have a question about the space between Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen lines. Is it possible to consider when Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen gets closer to each other as a sign for the reversal? Well, the answer is no. You better wait for the Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen cross for the trend direction change. Yes, simply Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen crossover is the very first signal of the trend change. But Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen crossover is the less reliable than Chikou span breakout or the Kumo breakout signals. But it happens the first. Then Chikou span breakout happens next. Then Kumo breakout happens the third, and that's the most reliable signal to trade. Okay. Federico, yes, I'm looking into the issue now. Yes. Let me look into it. AUD Swiss franc is also nice. I think it's also bearish. AUD Swiss franc Forex. Yeah, it's bearish. It's about to break the support of 0.5211. So I'm looking for selling opportunity on this one as well. Well, basically all the Swiss franc pairs I'm looking for selling opportunities. Sorry. Kutubu says, how can I find the market is overbought, oversold with Ichimoku? It's very simple. By Kumo shape. I think this is the perfect example. When the market was here, this is oversold because Kumo shape was very thin on this week. If I simply bar replay and move to here, then you see Kumo's very thin, sharp, like needle. So this is oversold. This is weekly time frame, but this can happen on any time frames. And whenever you see this thin Kumo shape, I recommend not to trade. It's like falling knife. So the market may retrace or market may consolidate from here, and you may have to hold longer until you make profits. Okay, let me see. Sumi says, hi master, thanks for restarting Ichimoku Community. You're welcome, you're welcome. So it just launched a few days ago. Just curious if the videos in the courses are new or it's the same one from the YouTube community. They are the same for now, but I will be recording new videos for this new community. So as I do the meetings, I record and I put them on the archive. So you're gonna be seeing the new videos on the new community. Yes. First, I am going to record the videos of Ichimoku Basic Masterbook 2025 edition, latest edition that I just released these days, and I will do the book review, each page, each chapter, and those videos are going to be shared in Ichimoku community. Okay. Philip says, is your GTS course still based on KTS or on your most recent strategy, please? A GTS course is still based on KTS because it's proved. Yes. Spring Sir says, do you have a copy trade? No, I don't. I don't do copy trade. Abdullah says, for the risk management, is it good to enter with 2 trades and take profits? Take the first profit 1-to-1 to ensure that you are not losing and keep the second order for trail the profits. Yeah, that's I think good. Yeah, I think that's good. Yes. Yes. But it depends on how many percentage the first position or the first profit becomes 1-to-1 ratio. Make sure that percentage is more than 50%. If it's 60 or 70% of the time, if 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio is ensured for the first profit, then I think it's okay. Yes. Springster, yes, I covered Nasdaq already, and it's renewed higher. And hold on, let me see. Yeah, for Nasdaq, it renewed higher, but this is now the market may retrace from here because the Kumo shape is very small on this weekly time frame. So watch out on the retracement. But now target is 23,000, which is the next round number. Yes. How to join Ichimoku community. I put the link on the description. Not now, but later I will mention that in the description. Kutubu says, if bearish crossover is below the Kumo, then it's a high probability setup. What is the reason behind it? It's more like it's the momentum thing. Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen crossover can happen anywhere, above or below, or sometimes within the Kumo, just like this example. within the Kumo is okay, but gold crossing below Kumo is not really a strong sign. Because crossover Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen is when the momentum changes between the short term, which is Tenkan-sen, and the mid-term, which is the Kijun-sen participants. This is when the equilibrium changes. The equilibrium changes from bearish to bullish when it's gold crossing between these two parties in the market. And when this change, momentum change happens above Kumo, that means it's happening when long-term buyers are winning the markets. And so that's why it's more powerful setup. I hope that makes sense. So let's say Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, gold cross happens below Kumo. That means long-term buyers are losing and long-term sellers are winning the markets, right? It's bearish long-term. And then Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen cross happens. That's the sign of the potential trend reverse, because that's when, again, the momentum between the short-term and mid-term participants are now swapped, changed. Okay, signature, yes, I have finished the Bitcoin, but yeah, for those who just came right now, BTCUSD is now bullish. Senko span is up. Chikou span is above the candles, and looks like the price is reaching and testing 112 again. Looks like in the short term. Okay, Springstar says, what time frame works the best for Ichimoku? It's the daily time frame. Daily always works the best in Ichimoku. Time cycles and price theory, Kyushu Ashi are, well, Kyushu Ashi was originally coming from the weekly candlesticks, but time cycles, price theory, and 5 lines are more valid on the daily or higher time frames. Well, markets are fractal, so technically it's applicable to any time frames, but even if it's fractal, there are some noises in the lower time frames, and due to news, sometimes market jumps up and down. Over the weekends, between Friday and Monday, the market may be spiky, choppy in the lower time frames, like the 5-minute time frame. So based on Ichimoku, those lower time frames are more unpredictable than higher time frames. Technically, you can use it and you can apply, but there is going to be lower chance that it becomes true. Okay, so that was my analysis for today. It's been almost 1 hour now, so I think I will finish the live stream. Thank you very much everyone for joining today. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Again, lastly, the GTS class in July, there is only 2 or maybe 1 seat available. So if you're still interested to master my strategy for 3 months, then please let me know by email, then I can give you more details. Or you can check the description for details as well. So thank you so much. I hope you have a great rest of your day and hope to see you soon. Until then, please stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. Bye for now. Mata ne. Thank you so much.